I'm Phil Bridges, owner of Straight Arrow Repair. Ever want to know how a repairman fixes things? Well, come with me and I'll show you how I solve problems. Let's make things better together. Just you snuck up on me. Guess what? We're going to work on a water heater today. Supposedly there's no hot water. So first thing we're going to check is we're going to take this cover here off with the screw. The top element usually is, it's not a good sign right there. That rusty line going down through there. Anyway, we're going to take this cover off and we're going to pull the insulation and such off that. And we'll check resistance after we make sure we have the power off. So what we'll do is we'll take a tester and make sure we have power off. But, well, John, don't turn the power off till we know we have power here. So first thing we're going to do is see if we have power. If we don't,
we'll find out where the power is at.
I think it's
behind
right
the door.
there.
Behind the door.
Behind this door. They hide it in mobile homes usually behind the bedroom door. So anyway. Here's where we're going. Alright, so what we're doing right now is, although we have other situations, if you notice the water, we're checking the voltage, and we got no voltage there. So we're going to go to the, is that on DC or AC?
So, voltage on, this is the good one, so.
Okay. So we're now checking on the thermostat, seeing there's no voltage there, so the breaker is off. Or the reset button is off. Is there a reset?
Reset button, because there ain't nothing over here off, brother.
There's no button over here.
Clay? There's a button on that temperature gauge, the red one. It's a reset button.
Is that in here? This thing?
See that red button? You getting voltage to that?
It's sounds like it's burning.
Listen to me. Check the voltage where the wires connect to it. Got voltage there?
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing sounds like it's burning.
Well, it's probably tripped because it's running water on it. See all that water running down? We could get shocked. Now let's figure out where the water's coming from.
Somewhere up here.
Look on these connections on top. I don't see any leaks up there. No water on top, so the water heater itself is leaking. What year is this water heater? So it'll have some kind of, right there.
99.
99?
22 years old.
Okay.
23.
So the determination is the top of the water heater is leaking and it's running down. And this 22-year-old water heater is going to have to be replaced. Let's find the breaker. Get the voltage, check your voltage on there. John, start turning off 30, double 30s. Should be two 30s next to each other. Clay, put the voltage on. Clay, put the voltage tester on. That turned the lights out. Do we have 240 still?
Yeah.
40?
We have, no. Should be 30s, but it can be a 40s. I don't care. That's not it, John. Leave that one on. How we doing, Clay?
That's off.
That's it. So it's a 25 amp. We need to drain the water.
One.
We're going to put some nice hoses on this water heater, which is cheaper at Home Depot than Lowe's by, let's see, 50 bucks cheaper for a 40 gallon than it was for a 30 gallon at Lowe's. So you need to shop around, although the wood is cheaper at Home Depot.
Lowe's.
Lowe's, I'm sorry, the wood is cheaper at Lowe's. We didn't put pipe dope on this because it has a rubber washer on. I'll show you. So, no need. Didn't need to put tape or pipe dope on it. You can put it on there, it won't hurt. Alright. We'll have more to hang on to when we put it in.
You open that.
Yeah, we'll open that up when we get in there. So now we're having to replace the water heater. We drained it. This has a screw, and you have to loosen up that area there. Now we're closing it back up, and we're going to disconnect here the water hose that we ran outside.
You getting loose with your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's take that water hose out, John. Now we're going to take all this stuff off of this. We got to disconnect the electricity. We got to disconnect both of these lines. We need another pair of channel locks. 2 pair of channel locks. Disconnect that from that.
We need another pair of channel locks.
What?
We need another pair of channel locks.
Somebody used a rubber hose for and hose clamps.
Oh, I guess it works. Huh? He's gonna do it. Just take him off that. Oh, well, I guess not because.
I don't think you should use a rubber hose, but you can. That goes to the
Yeah.
other way, my man. You got, yeah.
Well, that didn't need no.
Not much, huh? This is all rigged up. This is Quest fittings, and this is an adaptation to Quest. And then that's PEX, and this is Quest pipe. And this is rubber.
See that? That's leaking at certain angles. That one down there. That adapter right there.
Yeah, you gotta tighten it up a little bit probably. We need to disconnect the electric line.
Turn the breaker off.
The breaker is off, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember turning it back on. It's still off.
Should always check. Shock yourself otherwise. Somebody said, oh, turn it back on.
John.
Come on.
Can't be easy, Phil.
No, nothing today.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Walmart greeters.
That's Phil's mind.
Wait till he tells you you're American, not American.
That's right. We are can people, not can't. Wow, that's a pain.
How does that work for Russia?
They're Russia can. All right.
I bet he puts that in together before he
Take
puts it in
this.
there. Just the next one.
It's got a hose clamp on it? Okay.
Probably. Well, I don't know because that one's taller, isn't it?
No.
He'll still put it in. He'll still put it together. Well, that might not even fit in there.
Well, to me, you have to
It's
tilt
going
it
in
in.
and I've had to take the wall out.
We're gonna put it together before he puts it in there.
Probably.
Wanna measure it and see, John?
No, it'll be close.
It'll be close. We ain't playing horseshoes or hand grenades.
Either it is or it don't.
50 and a half.
Either you're pregnant or you're not.
Hey, you got 2 inches to start. First time he's ever been told
Wait for the
that.
top of this though.
He'll slide that in there first.
Remnants
You
of
can bend these down like this.
an old fitting.
This is the one we cut all that stuff out of, isn't it?
Yeah, one of them. We've done that several times. This really needs... I don't like the idea of somebody using a garden hose.
What's it for?
It's water line, supply line.
Don't fix what's working.
Water hose for a supply line. That life expectancy can't be long, can it? Must not have no mice.
Quit.
They ain't got no mice, or they got plenty of water under there. Because if they didn't, they'd chew through that water hose to get water.
John knows from experience.
Huh?
The John knows from experience.
Well, you do
Come on.
learn things as you get older.
Oh no, wait, John. Okay, I'm just gonna squeeze in right here. Yeah,
Watch
Do
out.
what?
I'll squeeze in right here.
Hey, you need to move, Clay.
I don't think there's room for a big boy and a hot water heater and a little skinny rat.
I was trying to tell you, I was trying to get out.
Let's get this warranty off. Okay. Oh, this is the hot side here. Yeah, okay.
Hot, cold.
So the garden hose was the cold side. The width is going to be the issue.
I think you can make it work. Or is it wider?
It's wider.
Okay, will not just go in?
Don't know yet. That's why I was asking for a tape measure.
Well, he only measured height, not width.
It just barely.
I figured that end was gonna have to go in first.
Well, he was trying to see if the width was good enough.
I gotta get that hose out of there.
Is there any above room?
Yeah, that's
Well,
a
yeah,
lot.
you got screwdriver up above, but it has to be. So it's
Jesus.
definitely gonna have to go in
It ain't
first.
funny.
Lean that side in, roll it in.
I
Let him show
gotta
you how to do it,
get. I
Phil.
gotta get that hose out of there.
I'll crawl in there.
You know, I worked for 2 years with nobody. I can do this. I can't do that because it won't fit through.
Screw gun might
Hold
help
on,
you.
let me see.
Huh?
I gotta see if I see how it wants to fall over in the way.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
I was thinking you put a screw in the corner.
Hold it up. There we go. I gotta go up. Let it go, and I'll see if I can just shove it up in this wall. Pushing. I bet you some more room there.
Hey, John.
Alright. That'll look like a fat boy in a ball dancing. Oh, you didn't hook your electric up when you put it in there.
Nope.
Oh, shot. What do you want me to hold? Let me get out of your way a little bit. Long-winded heifer. Probably good, ain't it?
I gotta tighten this up.
You had it pretty tight with your hand, didn't you?
Yeah, it's close. Alright. Gotta take this cover off. And then my electrical is here. You gotta turn this, John.
Cut that down.
You're still recording?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're working on hooking up the pop off our pressure relief valve. This turned the wrong way, and we would do that, and then we'll hook up the electrical right here. These wires here. Then we fill the tank, and we'll show you how we do that. So now we're wiring up the wires. And we open up the pressure relief valve, and it's filling, as you might be able to hear it. When the water starts coming out of the pressure relief valve, we shut the pressure relief valve down, and we know it's full past the top element, which is up here, and the pressure relief valve is way up there. So we know it's full when it starts coming out that pressure relief valve, and we're not going to burn the element that way. And then we'll go over here to this panel here, and we'll turn on this 25 amp, this is Federal Pacific, I believe. FPE, very expensive to get these now. You don't get them at supply houses. Open up the hot water side. So open up the left-hand side of the sink. Turn it off.
Huh?
Turn it off. I'm just gonna. So that's swapped. Where's the water heater? The old one. John, where's the old water heater?
Sitting on the front porch.
Yeah. All right, we're ready to load this up.
No.
All right, so the new box, we put the old water heater in it, and we're down the road. You can do the same thing. See ya. It's Phil Bridges. If you like what you saw, you think it might be helpful to somebody else, push that like button and let other people know what you and I now know. And we'll work together toward making a brighter future. And by the way, we're not Americans, we're Americans. See you next time.